Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
I'm Jacob.
And we're getting closer and closer to Christmas. It's coming up in just a couple of days. And remember, last time we were talking about a meeting in which the participants of the meeting were discussing ideas for boosting sales for Christmas. So today, we've got some holiday headlines to help increase sales. This is what they have come up with.
Right. In the dialogues there, they were talking about these different ideas, and we're going to actually see them now after, when you raise an idea in a meeting, it's just kind of the outline of it. But here we have more of the details about how these plans are actually going to be implemented for the holiday season.
Right, so this is some kind of promotion here. You might hear this read out loud in a radio commercial or something like that, or as part of a video on YouTube or something. So we've got some various suggestions that this company has come up with to boost their Christmas sales, and they better hurry here because they've only got a couple of days for people to go out and do their last-minute Christmas shopping. So hopefully these ideas will help this particular company increase their sales. So let's get to it, everybody. Let's read the entire contents of our article now one time.
Save on shipping this holiday season. The Christmas season is a time for joy and giving, but it can do a lot of damage to your savings if you go beyond your budget. From November 15th to December 24th, take advantage of our free shipping on any order over 599 NT dollars to help you preserve some cash for the new year.
What's on Bobby D's Christmas list? Are you curious about what famous social media influencer Bobby D is getting his friends and family for Christmas? If so, follow the link to check out this insightful video he's created. It's filled with tips on where to get the best deals during this holiday season.
This Christmas, it's a wrap. Wrapping presents can be an unpleasant chore. That's why we're rolling out our free custom gift wrapping service. Just give us a basic idea of what type of packaging you'd like, and we'll do the rest. Or, if you prefer, pick the paper and decorations, and we'll do the rest to help you save time and trim away stress from your holiday to-do list.
Let them know it's Christmas time. Christmas is a time to enjoy with friends and family. Yet, while you're celebrating with loved ones, millions of people around the world are sad and lonely on the streets. As part of our Christmas charity plan, we are donating 5% of all purchases to international homelessness outreach charities until December 31st. This year, please join us in making others' holidays a little brighter too. Okay, let's talk about what they've come up with. Remember, these are all ideas based on the discussion that they had in the meeting last time. So remember, they came up with some interesting ideas of getting an influencer to help them out and to partner with some charities. So let's see exactly what they've come up with here. The first item on the list here is save on shipping this holiday season. Remember, the suggestion was to offer free shipping to customers.
Right. So free shipping to customers, and we get an explanation of that. The Christmas season is a time for joy and giving. Okay, this has been a theme throughout our issue this month. We've talked about goodwill, festive goodwill, joy and giving, but it can do a lot of damage to your savings if you go beyond your budget. Right. So what you have to consider sometimes at the holiday season is your budget. Budget is the amount of money you have or is available to you to spend on something. So every month you might come up with a budget for yourself, what you might spend on food, what you might spend on clothing, entertainment, transportation. So your budget has all these items, and you have to make sure that you stay under your budget. If you go beyond your budget, it means you spend too much. and you might not have enough money to cover all your expenses. So at the holiday season, you kind of have to consider your budget. You have to make sure you know how much money you can spend on presents for each person. And you want to be careful that you don't go beyond that, because then you might get into trouble. You might not have enough money for food, or you might not have enough money to make your rent, for example, and that could cause some trouble.
Yep, you don't want to go over budget, because if you do, you'll be spending money that you don't have. You'll have to borrow money, and of course, in order to do that, you'll have to pay interest, and then you'll go in even more debt. So yes, you need to stay within your budget. So indeed, they're offering a special service here from November 15th to December 24th, which is the Christmas season. Take advantage of our free shipping on any order over 599 NT dollars to help you preserve some cash for the new year. So this is their promotion here, offering free shipping, but it's not on everything. It's only for items that cost more than 599 NT dollars. And this, of course, is a special offer. So you need to act now and take advantage of their free shipping. So here we've got the phrase to take advantage of something. That means you need to use it in order to benefit yourself, and usually it implies that you need to act quickly, otherwise you'll lose the opportunity.
Right, so you definitely want to take advantage of this. If you don't do it in time, then right, the deal will expire. You won't be able to use this special deal of free shipping on any order over $599. And we also have the word here, preserve. Preserve. Now, preserve is a verb. It kind of means to save. Okay, so if you preserve some cash here, you're saving some cash for the new year. You might also know the word preservative, Preservative. Preservative. Now that's a noun, and that usually we use to describe something that could be put in food to make it last longer or to save the food for longer. And it's usually chemicals and things like that. You don't want to eat food with a lot of preservatives because it might not be good for your health. But a lot of food, in order to make it last longer, to save it for longer, companies will add preservatives to the food just so then you don't have to eat it right when you buy it. So be careful when you look at the ingredients list of a food. You might see that there are a lot of preservatives on it, and you think, maybe I don't want to eat that because it might not be too good for me.
Yeah, if you buy tortillas in the store, they'll have preservatives in them, whereas if you go to a tortilleria, those tortillas are fresh. That's only if you like to enjoy Mexican food. And in this particular case, though, the verb is to preserve, and you want to preserve or keep some cash to save some cash for the new year, because, in Taiwan here, of course, if you're spending money for Christmas, you need to stay under budget because, shortly afterwards, just a couple of weeks after Christmas, you've got Chinese New Year that you need to spend a lot of money on. So, indeed, you do need to stay under budget for those two holidays. Now, let's find out about this influencer, Bobby D, and what's on Bobby D's Christmas list. I don't think this person really exists, but we have come up with this name for the sake of our article today. This is an example of a possible influencer.
Okay, so are you curious about what famous social media influencer Bobby D is getting his friends and family for Christmas? Okay, right. So these people that are on social media, they're called influencers, like we talked about, in that they influence other people's opinions. So if they are promoting a product or if they say they really like something, their followers will be influenced by this and say, oh, I want to try that. If Bobby D is trying it, I want to try it too. So it can be very good for companies and for businesses to partner or to work with these social media influencers. So here we're curious about what Bobby D, what this social media influencer, is getting his friends and family for Christmas, what presents he's buying for them.
Exactly. So if you want to check out what he is suggesting, is suggesting then you need to follow the link in our description here to check out this insightful video that he has created. And of course, if you create videos and post them online, you want to give people information that they need and that they want. So in this particular case, we're describing the video as being insightful. So if something is insightful, it has lots of insights. It has special information that only this person has because they have this special ability to see things that other people don't. So, of course, it's an insightful video. And yes, you can come up with some great ideas if you watch this guy's video.
Right. It's filled with tips on where to get the best deals during this holiday season. Okay, tips are, of course, are pointers or suggestions or just, ideas, clues, things like that. Tips on where to go to get the best deals, what shops you can go to or what websites you can visit, because everyone is looking for a good deal during the holiday season because you want to save money, you want to preserve a little cash during the holidays, and this is a great way to do it.
Now, here's the next item in our holiday headlines to help increase sales. This Christmas, it's a wrap. That's kind of a joke here because when we say it's a wrap, that means we've finished. If you're a part of a film crew, for example, and you've finished all the filming and the project is ready to go back to the studio to be edited, you could say, it's a wrap. We're done. But in this particular case, though, we're talking about wrapping presents, which is done at Christmas time. And wrapping presents can be an unpleasant chore. A chore is something that you need to do. And we have chores at home. When I was a kid, of course, we had chores. You needed to do the dishes and sweep the floor, mop the floor, and wipe the windows and stuff like that. Take out the trash, feed the pets, all that fun stuff. So those were chores that we did. But if something's an unpleasant chore, it's just something we don't really want to do, but we have to.
Let's continue. That's why we're rolling out our free custom gift wrapping service. Okay, so to roll something out kind of means to introduce it for the first time. If you roll out a plan or if you roll out a program, it means that maybe no one has ever heard of it before and no one knows anything about it. So you have to introduce it. You have to make people learn about it or get people talking about it. So you roll something out as a way to get people interested in it and to find out more about it. So to promote something, you would roll it out for the first time. So here we're rolling out our free custom gift wrapping service.
Right, they're not actually rolling it out in a car or something, but I think maybe during trade shows when they presented a new product, it would actually come rolling out on a cart or something that was covered with a piece of cloth, and then they'd take off the cloth and show you what the new product was. So here they're coming out or rolling out their new gift wrapping service. Okay, it's free and it's custom gift wrapping service, so they can wrap it any way you want it. Just give us a basic idea of what type of packaging you'd like. So, of course, packaging is the process of wrapping items up in paper. It could be for Christmas presents, but it could also be for packages that are sent in the mail. It's all about wrapping paper around something for whatever purpose.
Okay, and we'll do the rest. Meaning you just pick it out and leave everything else to us. We'll take care of you. We'll make sure we get the job done. You don't have to worry about it or anything like that. Or if you prefer, okay, so they're giving you another option here for this gift wrapping service. If you prefer, pick the paper and decorations. So in the first example, you just give us a general idea, we'll pick it for you. In this example, you actually pick it out your favorite wrapping or your favorite paper, your favorite decorations. And again, we'll do the rest to help you save time and trim away stress from your holiday to-do list.
Exactly. So you might actually go to the store, but more likely you'll be on the internet and they'll give you some choices. Would you like this paper or this one or this one? So you can pick out your paper and your decorations. It could be ribbons and things like that. So you pick those things out and then we'll do the rest. And then you can save time and then you can reduce your stress or you can trim away your stress, like you want to trim away pounds if you're on a diet. And of course, during Christmas, you have a to-do list, which refers to all the things things that you need to do. You need to buy the presents. You need to wrap them. You need to set up the tree. You need to put up the decorations. You need to prepare Christmas dinner and stuff like that. Those are all on your to-do list. And this will just take away one of those items. It will be one less item that you need to worry about. We'll do the wrapping for you. Now, here's the final item. Let them know it's Christmas time. I don't think kids need any reminding of that. But in any case, that's part of their promotion here. Christmas is a time to enjoy with friends and family. Yet, while you're celebrating with loved ones, millions of people around the world are sad and lonely on the streets. So indeed, we're talking about people besides your family and besides your friends. We're talking about homeless people, basically. Don't forget about them.
Right. So even though you're probably, hopefully, enjoying the holidays with friends and family, we can't forget that there are people who are less fortunate than us, that don't have the Christmas tree and don't have the big dinner and don't have friends and family and the warmth of friends and family around them. There are millions of people around the world who are sad and lonely on the streets. They're not as fortunate, maybe, as you or I. As part of our Christmas charity plan, we are donating 5% of all purchases to international homeless outreach charities until December 31st. Okay, so this is a really good thing. This is a really nice program. If you buy something from this company, what they will do with the money that you give them is they will donate 5% of all purchases. Okay, so if you buy something for 100 NT, 5 NT of your purchase will be donated to a charity. So this is something that's special, something that's nice to do around the holidays. And if you know that a business is doing this, you might then actually go support that business because you think they're doing a good thing for people around the world by donating 5% of the money to international homelessness outreach charities.
And that 5% will go to these homeless charities, and they are outreach charities, which means they're actually active in trying to help these people out, and they will make those donations until December 31st. Okay, so that's a way that we can let other people know it's Christmas time. We've not forgotten about those homeless people. And indeed, we can help them celebrate Christmas too. It's probably kind of a depressing time for those people because they don't have any place to celebrate Christmas. They're basically begging for food every day, so it's probably very depressing for them. And here's how we wrap up this particular headline. It says, "This year, please join us in making others' holidays a little brighter too." Yeah, light up a life here. Make everybody's holidays brighter, which is kind of interesting because during Christmas time, of course, it's around the time of the winter solstice, and the days are shorter, so it's darker. So we can make the days lighter by having those Christmas decorations. That's one thing I miss about the U.S. during Christmas because lots of people put up some really interesting Christmas light shows on their houses and in towns.
That's right. And while you could go to some of the Christmas villages and things, I know in the bigger cities, if you're up here in the north, I think that in Banqiao sometimes they put on a big display right outside the train station for Christmas. But back home in the U.S., it's more individual households that will put up lights in the windows and string lights around the outside of their houses and things, which is very nice around Christmas time. So yeah, I kind of miss that too. It's a nice thing, especially around the holidays, to see.
Yeah, they can do better now because they've got the LED lights, which don't use so much electricity.
Oh, true.
So, yeah, they can certainly put on some wonderful light shows with the new technology there and not burn up so much electricity in the process. Okay, so there you have it, our holiday headlines to help increase sales, and hopefully that results in increased sales for this particular company, and the boss won't be so upset and won't threaten to fire them, or at least to withhold their year-end bonus. Okay, that brings us to the end of our discussion. Let's listen now to our Chinese teacher.
听众朋友大家好，我是安娜。我们昨天听了 Alex、Bob 跟 Chris 在 brainstorm 一些如何推销公司产品的方法，有一些新的想法。我们今天呢，就来看看他们在脸书上面会有什么样具体的贴文产生呢？首先呢，我们看一下第一个贴文。第一个贴文 因为我们昨天特别提到免运费，所以如果可以在耶诞假期买东西免运费的话，这真的是蛮吸引人的哦。我们看一下他在这里的贴文说到的是，如果你这个买礼物的这个预算已经超过的话，真的会有很大的损失，所以如果是订单超过599呢，就可以免费运送。好，所以第一个是可以节省运费。那么第二个呢，我们昨天有特别提到要请一些网红来拍影片咯，所以在这里的贴文当中特别有提到一个网红叫做 Bobby D。那这个网红 Bobby D 呢，可以帮忙拍摄影片，不过首先为了要引起观众的注意，当然会用一个问句。所以在第二个贴文当中，我们看到这个问句是：你想要知道知名的社群媒体网红 Bobby D 会帮他的朋友跟家人买什么样的圣诞礼物吗？那么我们在这里其实可以复习一下间接问句的用法。我们回头看一下这个贴文当中第一句当然最后面有一个问号，是问号的话，我们了解这个句子一定是问句，可是这个问号呢，其实跟着是最前面的，你对这件事情有没有兴趣，好不好奇呢？ Are you curious about something？ 好，那么后面的 what 一直到句尾的地方，其实可以用一个中括号来代表。我们的中括号就有名词的概念。如果我问你对什么什么好奇吗？哪一件事情？那么中括号里面不是问句，而是某一件事情的陈述，它可能是你心中的疑问，但是在句子当中它不是问句。这句话当中的问号是跟着前面的 Are you curious？ 好，所以这个括号里面的受词，它既然不是问句的话，就不可能造成问句的句型。问句句型就是把 be 动词或助动词放在主词的前面啊，所以括号里面我们会先看到主词 famous social media influencer Bobby D， 才会看到动词 is getting someone something。 好，所以这个是间接问句的概念。间接问句呢，不是问句，它通常是句子的及物动词当中的受词，所以句子不能形成所谓问句的概念，所以一定是主词再加动词。好，那么如果大家想要知道的话，当然就可以看一下网红的影片了。那么在第二句当中呢，我们看到一个关系词简化的一个关系子句。第二句我们先把先行词抓出来 ，This insightful video 后面的 he's created 可以左右括号，省略的是 which 或者是 that。那当然里面的影片呢就会有很多你要如何来充分利用你的金钱，所以充满着很多划算的建议。第三个我们可以把充满抓出来 be 动词，这里的 it's 一撇 s 是 be 动词 is， 所以你可以说 be filled with 就是充满着。另外我们可以写上 be full of 也有充满的意思，同样的 be 动词，但是中间的形容词换成 full， 后面的介系词要换成 of 哦 be full of， 所以充满着 be filled with 或者是 be full of。 好，那么接下来呢，第三个优惠就是可以帮你来做包装，因为包装礼物呢，其实这真是蛮麻烦的。想说要用什么包装纸了，要怎么包，并不是每个人都会包礼物诶，所以接下来的这个促销呢，很特别。如果你可以有到达一个免费定制礼物的包装礼物的一个金额的话呢，剩下包装礼物就由公司来完成咯。我们特别注意一下这个贴文的第三句，最后面的 the rest 可以把它抓出来。 The rest 指的是剩下的全部，因为是剩下的全部，所以有限定剩下全部的概念，所以有一个定冠词。而 the rest 不管是用来修饰可数名词或不可数名词都可以用哦。那么在这里当中呢，我们看到的是 the rest 剩下包装的这件事情是由我们来负责。好，那么最后一个贴文就是特别提到的是有关于跟这个慈善机构来合作的一个计划。 那么当然呢，如果我们在耶诞节可以跟朋友或者是家人度过，但是街头还是有一些人呢是无家可归的，所以接下来我们有一个特别的一个慈善的机构的计划，只要是12月31号之前做购买的话，有 5% 就可以做捐赠哦。我们特别注意一下最后一个贴文的第二句，第二个单字的 while 在这里真的就是 when 的意思，跟后面的 be celebrating 做一个连结。第三句的第一个单字 as 在这里不是连接词哦，后面到逗点中间我们看到的是名词概念，所以这里的介系词是身为作为的意思。好，最后面第四句呢，特别注意 join 后面不一定只能够加 in， 如果是加入某人，我们可以直接用及物动词 join someone to do something， join someone in something。 而以前讲的参加活动前面当然会有个 in， join in 加上 activity。 好，以上是我们今天的内容，我们下次见咯，我是安娜，拜拜。
We're going to take a short break now, but please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, everybody, it's time for us to have some discussion questions. We'll discuss these questions amongst ourselves here, and then hopefully you can have some discussions yourselves that will probably be more interesting than the ones that we're going to have now. But here's the first question. Which of these promotions would be most interesting to you?
I think I like the last one. Maybe you got that from our discussion earlier. We have to remember other people during the holidays, during Christmas, people who might not be as fortunate as you or I. And it's good to keep those people in mind and keep them in our hearts. We've been talking a lot about the goodwill of the holiday season, the festive season. And when we can show a little goodwill towards other people, I think that helps the world be a better place. What about you, Tom?
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good one there, too. Although I can imagine some people thinking that, well, I don't want some of my money to go to those bums because they're lazy and they weren't working hard, and that's why they're homeless. But, of course, there are various reasons for homelessness in the world, so indeed we should remember those people. I don't think anybody really wants to be homeless. Housing prices have gone up all over the world, and yeah, it's kind of hard to find a job sometimes. So, yeah, that's a pretty cool promotion. Now, here's another question. Can you think of a new headline for each promotion?
Okay, I took a look and I might have something for the first one. Save on shipping this holiday season. That seems a little boring, right? It doesn't really jump out. It doesn't grab you or catch your eye at all. So how about this? We'll help you send holiday cheer this season for free.
Pretty cool. That's a good idea. I think that would increase sales for this company as well. My idea is to think of another internet influencer. In my particular case, I'm thinking about the famous butterfly catcher, Lord Beasley Waterford. And on one of his videos, he could say something like, "Catch 'em for Christmas." So he's chasing butterflies through the forests of Nantou, and he's trying to catch those butterflies, and he's going to give them to people as Christmas gifts. That might be something that people would catch on to, and it would help promote a company as well. By the way, this person doesn't really exist. I just made that up.
Oh, I was going to ask. Okay.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of our discussion questions for today, and it also brings us to the end of our lesson for today. So we wish you all a Merry Christmas, and hopefully your company will have great sales during the holiday seasons that are coming up soon. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
And I'm Jacob.
Merry Christmas.